Hi, folks. Welcome. My name is Jeff Goodwin. Today, we're going to give you an overview of the 30-minute trader suite of software. I'm very fortunate, privileged to have a fellow trader, Christine. Welcome, Christine.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
I'm glad you're here. There may be other people who want to join us because there's some people who think they're missing out on all the goodies, but there's enough there for everyone. As I say, there's enough for everyone. Now, Christine's been in this little trading group for, I think, 4 months, nearly complete. And is that correct, Christine?
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
Yes.
And one thing we've noticed is if you get any bad habits as a new trader, I find, to be perfectly honest, because I don't have those bad habits, they come with a clean mind and they do well. They just need to overcome a few technical issues and learning what trading's about. And Christine's one person that's certainly done that. So congratulations, Christine. So what I want to look at today briefly is not a pair you normally trade, because there's someone in a group, gentleman is very consistent, does 2 to 4% every day, trading EUR, EUD. And as a result of that, what I want to do is go and show that. I think Alan is just about to join us, so just give us 1 minute. Hi, Alan.
Hello.
Can you hear Alan? You missed the intro, Alan. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure. We'll just carry on. This is Christine, and this is Alan. Alan's an Englishman, and I believe in Tenerife, in one of the Spanish islands off.
Oh, lovely.
No, I apologise. He's not then. He's, he may be in England then. I don't know. England. Tenerife. Okay. Yeah, lovely part of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what we're talking about there was how sometimes it's actually easier to help new traders because they don't come with the bad habits they've learned elsewhere. And Christine's one of these people that's only been with us just short of 4 months, and she's just crushing it every day. And we're just going to look at not a different, we call currency pair, like you think of what Forex is. Let's say with my British pounds, I'm going to go to Tenerife, for example, so I have to exchange my money to euros. So I want you to imagine, for example, Alan's a really nice guy, Christine. And I know previously he said to me, come and live in my villa. You pay for your flight, come and live, I'll buy your food, I'll buy your drink. Being Scottish, that's quite important to me. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to imagine I spend my accommodation. So I've got left from that, I've got £1,000, which is whatever that is in euros, and almost double that for Aussie dollars. But Alan's such a good guy. He says, Jeff, I take care of everything when you're here, because he's got a big heart. So I come back with my £1,000, and it's changed into euros, and then I want to change it back. But guess what? I get more money than it. And I'm like, how does all this work? Because Alan's such a good guy, gave me free food and beer the whole week. Thank you, Alan.
Always a pleasure.
So that's what Forex currency exchange can do for you if you buy and sell at the right time. That's just a little story. This has been recorded, and just like, I use this for getting marketing purposes, but at the same time, I use it for education. So I just want to show you a chart we use, and there's going to be a whole bunch of colors on here, but so I'm going to remove everything.
Yes.
It's a free piece of software here, which I'll show you in a minute. Yeah. This is a free bit of software called tradingview.com. And just use it. There's a paid for versions, but this is, you can also use it free. So it's not costing you anything to start looking at this, Alan. Just let go. Currently, because this is the euro against the Australian dollar, what that means is, what that basically means is, you see here the euro as it goes up, because it's the first currency. The first currency is, if it goes up, that's getting stronger.
Yeah.
If it goes down, it's becoming weaker, and the AUD is becoming stronger. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just double checking. And these are every candle represents 1 minute of time. That's what that says. Every candle represents 1 minute of time. This is live trading, as you can see it there. By the second, it's on the left, right, it's counting down. This is live chart. It's not sort of rubbish, hocus pocus, fraudulent. It's completely real. So I'll put that over there again so you can see. If I go to 5, that means every candle is 5 minutes of time. So I'll think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if that's 5, so that means it really shouldn't have moved much. Would that make sense? If that there represents 1 candle. So just go to that there. Yeah, and that's it there. Those 5 candles are now that there. Yep.
Yeah.
And now I'll do this one, and this one. It's 15 minutes. There we go. And if I do an hour, the last 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that there is an hour. But what I want to show you is something else. My charts are marked off as New York time, which is EST. So for you, that is 7 a.m. UK time. And Tenerife, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 hours, is it difference?
No, it's GMT.
Is it same? Okay, thanks for that.
Okay.
And that's 3 a.m., which is 8 a.m. your time. So if you're looking up at that and you're like, on the 1 minute, you say, well, what's happening? How do I trade different things like this? If you look at my chart at the bottom, it's got a time down there, 0200. Again, that's 7. And down there, 0300. Just for clarity. So let me just check. It's that one there, and it's that one there. So I'm just going to mark that up for transparency. The thing is, there's so many fraudulent things out there related to crypto and things like this, and I don't want to down people that do crypto, but I get scammers every day on my Facebook, and you just got to be really careful. Yeah, as you know. So now I've done that, I'm going to remove these here. Because I say at these times, there's a volume burst in the market. There's something happens. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, without getting into any detail, there's something happening. So these are dark candles, are black and grey. Do you sort of see that, Alan? Let me make these a bit bigger.
Just about, yeah. It is quite small.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. Thank you. So let's look at this. So I'll call it black and grey, just to differentiate. Black, black, black,
Yeah.
black. Grey. We have 2 little ones and a black one there. We're just saying, so what? So what? It comes up. Something happens round about this price. Those people that know, Christine, we would always look left.
Yep.
We would always look left, and something happens. And any large candle, we're looking for a midpoint of that. And it turns around and goes back down. And then we're looking for the midpoint of this one here. And it hovers. It's just hovering. So just remember that, Alan, how old are you? Can I ask?
46.
Okay. So I'm 50. Am I 54 or 55? I think I'm 55 now, actually. It's shocking, isn't it? Can't remember.
Well, I'm older.
Yeah. And I think Mr. Grant Brown is just about to come on. Does anybody know Grant at all?
No.
No. Okay. He's hi, Grant. Anyway, we'll come on. So we're just looking at these up and down. And I always ask myself, why does that stop there? Or why does that stop there? What happened that stopped there? So this we call lows and highs. And that goes up. And why did that stop there? So I'm always looking left.
You have to look left. Yeah.
Oh, that's the secret. Why did that stop there? Look. How are you doing, Grant? Okay?
Hello, I'm very good, thanks.
No.
Hello.
Aussie. Oi, there's 2 of you in the house today.
Yeah, hello.
If anybody wants any good caricatures, Grant's the man.
Oh, right. I'm an artist. I'm
Yep. So I'm always asking myself, why do things stop? And it comes down to, why did that stop there at 3 a.m.? And why did that go? And I just keep asking why. Yep. And then it comes down and something happens. And then why? Okay, so what I'm going to do is this is the 1 minute, but I could do this in any time frame. Now, just to show a point, I'm going to go to what we call the daily time frame. Grant, just remind me, have you traded much before?
I've been doing it for about 18 months, but not doing it very well.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for your honesty. So all I'm doing now, every candle is worth 1 day of time. Yeah. Every candle is worth 1 day. I'm going to go back and tell me to stop at any time, Alan. Just tell me to stop at any time.
Stop.
Okay. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to get a dollar sign. There. And every high and every low, I'm going to place a dollar. Yep. So have you heard of something called a stop loss, Alan?
No.
Okay.
I know nothing about trading whatsoever.
Okay. So I want you to imagine we're here and we think the market's going to sell off. Yep. Well, what you do is you put something in to protect. Let's use the figure of £1,000. Let's say you have £1,000 account.
Yeah.
But you place a trade, or let's use the word bet just for a minute. You place a bet stroke trade, but rather than, if it goes against you, rather than lose your account, you put a stop loss. You'd put a little. So you don't want it to go above or below a certain price. So if it goes against you, you say, I'm only prepared to risk a certain percentage.
So minimum cash out, like.
Yeah. So let's change it to £100, for example. So let's say if you chose to risk 1% of your account, and if you lost the trade, it went against you, you would lose £1. If it was Aussie dollars, it'd be 100 Aussie dollars. They would lose 1%, which would be 1 Aussie dollar. And for then any other trade after that is just, if it's 1,000, put a 0 on, so $1 become $10. Does that make sense? Yep. Yeah. So if we trace that buy in there, sell in there, and all the way down, you get nice profit. Excellent. And we've got a low, and then you think it's going to go high, and it goes high. But you take your eye off the ball, because I've heard you're quite good at. Is it football you like? Is it?
Yeah, I do play a bit of football.
Yeah, you like, and rather than look at your trades, you're watching the football, and it turns around and takes you out. You're like, what happened there? And it's taken out your stop loss, and you're like, I thought I was winning, but you decided to. So it's what it's done. It's taken you out that stop loss. So you see, I'm going to get it back. Going to get it back, and you're winning. You're winning. Yes. Then you close the trade out, and you go, I'm good at this trading. Yeah, it's just a little story. So we're looking for highs and lows the whole time. Well, you don't always have to do that, but it's just a way. I can get this out of the way. So I'm just going to go high, low. Let me get this out of the way. Just try and tell a story to make it as real as possible. I probably missed a couple highs and lows, but just for quickness. Yeah, over there. Come on. No, that's enough. That will just leave it at that. Okay, switch that off. That goes up there. I will delete that one. Okay, so let's think of this. We go from a high, we place a bet, our trade, it comes down. We take a profit, and it goes back. See, would it be fair to say that I did that without really doing any much analysis of it?
Yeah, it says it was quite a transition.
Yeah, just picked any high and low. So our job is to basically, as traders, to recognize when it's moving, place a risk that we are prepared to lose. So any trade you could say is you're paying for information. So let's say you put 1% of your account, you're paying 1% for information from the market, and it's either going to cost you 1%, or you can risk 0.5%, 1%, 5%, or even 10%, whatever the number is. Okay. Just as an example, this one over here on the right, the left. This is something called a risk to reward tool. Now, let's say I saw it going up there, and I think, oh, it's coming down there. I put this account protection above this high. Would that make sense? So if it does come back up, you lose 1% if it goes above there. Yeah. That's just an example. Grant, would that how you would look at it as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So it's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down. It's 3%, 3.5%, 4%, and you think, so is that all I do? And then when it changes one candle or even two, if you like, close your trade. Thank you very much. 5% in the bank. It's taken you a few days for that one, but you can make that the same in 5 minutes. I'm just throwing for the sake of, wait, there's 5%. You don't make that in 5 years in the UK.
No.
Next trade, it's turned around. There it is. We're getting this one, and it goes up to there, and then it just goes up and down. Okay, so let's play a game. We're looking for every high and low, and we're always looking left. That's nothing's taken. That there has taken out that. Would that make sense? That is lower. Yeah. So that trade is lost. If somebody kept their stop loss, it goes up. Not as high yet, but it was really close. Oh, it was really close. It might have taken you out. Not quite. Comes down, not taking you out. That there has taken that out. That's higher. If you had a stop loss there, would that make sense? That is lower than that.
Sort of.
Yeah. So if you get a stop loss there, it is taking you out. So you've lost that trade. If you've stayed in, that there is higher than that. So you've also lost that trade. If you'd exited, you'd exit in profit. It then comes down, you've lost that trade. You've lost that trade. If you'd left. So all I'm really trying to say is the markets on purpose manipulate to take people's targets. Yeah, that's it. That's what it's doing. So with that knowledge,
in small windows.
Yes, or the other thing is you can do on purpose. You can trade from other people's stop losses. How good would that be? So if you know where people's stop losses are, and you wait for it to go the other side, and you come back. So they call that trading liquidity. It goes up, takes these stop losses out. Thank you very much. And we'll just keep going. And I think I then stopped it. So that's a really, really, really brief overview of a way of trading. Okay, I'm now going to come down to. I could do a bunch of other stuff, but let me put that back now. Okay, I'm going to undo everything I've done there. So you've got all these back. I'm now going to put a bit of technology. I'm going to play about with the technology for a minute, and I'll place it on the hourly time frame. So we've looked at an hourly time frame, and we've said every candle previous was worth 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm changing it to it's worth, if I can get this. Zoom sucks the life out of it. That's the only problem with going back in time. I'll have to go back to the daily again. Sorry, apologize. Come on, Zoom. I'll just have to go back to this. Okay, there we go. So I'm not going to hit this button, right? I've got some software on which I'm going to change the settings for this time frame. Now, when you see this, a red, do you see that's let me just check. Grant, can you see this background color here? Is it
Yes.
what color is that to you?
Pinkish red.
pinkish. I'll make that a bit stronger for you actually, to make it a bit more red, so it stands out. Cyan, this is struggling. Right, my charger, that's why I'm struggling. Helps me plug it in. That's better. Oh, I can see now. So what I'll do is just play about with these here. I'll make it a bit stronger for the colour. The green will make it a bit, hopefully, stronger. And the red, if I can, yeah, I'll make that a bit stronger so you can see that. Is that all? Can you see that, Alan? Is that a bit easier on the eye?
It's quite small, but it's a bit more distinctive. Yes.
Yeah, it's the color background I'm talking about. Only the color background.
Yeah, the color background's fine.
Yeah, that's all I'm focusing on. Nothing else. We're not looking on anything else other than the color background.
Right.
And yeah, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this setting here. So, Christine, for you on the daily, I'm going to go to the weekly higher time frame on this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting for this to change. I was waiting for the internet to catch up with it. Come on. See over here, it's still working. There we go. So I want you to imagine now, I know nothing about trading. Absolutely nothing about trading.
That makes two of us.
Yeah. So I want you to imagine you're trading as a robot, right? A robot. You know nothing about trading. Every time the background turns pink, red, and it's underneath this red line here, you place what you call a sell or a short. Okay? And then every time it changes to green, you exit the trade. You then get in for a buy or a long. That's the rules. But you know nothing about candles, you know nothing about trading, and yep, that's the rules. So here's the background. That tells us it's time to enter for a sell. And as long as it's underneath that, we do that. Sell, 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 sell. It actually hit a target here. You could have chosen to exit, but because it's still red, we say, no, we're staying in the trade. We're staying in the trade. We exit the trade there. Grant, how does that look?
What time period is that pink column now then?
Well, on this here is based on the daily time. This is the daily time frame.
That's one day trade.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that could have been 1 minute of time. Mm-hmm. I'm just showing you from the daily. That time, did you see that says 61D? Do you see that? 61D.
Yeah, it's very, very small. So for you to read it, maybe is it?
Can I suggest you meet? Okay, let me do that again then. I'm trying to make it as big as I can. It's 61 days for that trade.
Right.
But that could quite easily be 6 minutes. That trade.
Yeah.
It just depends on the time frame. So if you're trading with the trend, as they call it, there's that there. It makes no difference the time frame. So I'll show you on a 1 minute time frame in a minute. But it's easier to start with some people think day trading is what you're trading on the daily. It changes to the green. Now, Grant, think of this. Changes green. And as long as it doesn't close below there, or as long as it doesn't go red, we can stay in the trade the whole time. Exit the trade there. 2 winning trades. Zero knowledge. We could have got out there when it hit that target, because there was a target up there. That line's drawn, I hit it. But I'm saying we're really bad. We don't even know how to do that. All we know is pink and green, pink and green. Another winner. It changes color. It goes down. Because it exited there, that one was a small loss. Do you see that? Because that was exited there above the entry. But we could have chosen to close there. Does everybody see that there is higher than that there?
Yeah.
Yes.
So therefore that's a loss because we've not exited the trade. And that's why we use these little red things here as well. So We get in a buy, because it tells us another win. It changes there. It goes, now it says red, so we get a sell. Another win. You know nothing, remember? It changes to green. Another win. So this is all part, Grant, this is a recent upgrade to the 30-minute trader. And there's lots of other updates happened since. And there's this thing here called consolidation, where you don't know if it's going up or down. So what we do, we've introduced another bit of technology to help with that. So we see here at the high, you see these here, and at the low, underneath here, you see this here. So all we do, we draw a little box we call a Mike's box from the high to the low. And you do not enter the trade until it drops below there complete, or it goes above there. Yeah. So we're potentially looking at a buy there. Went up a little bit and it came back down. So if you did that, if you never chose to close the trade, you would have lost the trade. Again, complete transparency. Okay. So that trade's finished. And I'm just doing this from every single one. No knowledge, no nothing, but it did go up. That did go down. That did go up, not just a little bit, it went up a lot. And it went down and up and down. And that's where we are now. That is where we are right now. So without any looking at anything, we're just looking at the colors of the backgrounds. Questions on that? So that's software I bring to the table as part of the mentoring program.
Okay.
Now, I'm being specific. I'm going to go down to a much smaller time frame. Grant, which time would you like me to look at?
Do the 5 minutes.
So previously every candle was worth a day. Now every candle is worth 5 minutes as soon as I hit there. And as soon as that's happened, and I will have to go and change my settings for this here. So I go to my 30-minute trader directly, and this tells me the direction of the trade. And the reason why I call it the 30-minute trader, my idea was people get in and out from placing a trade, they exit in 30 minutes on the lower time frame. You do your analysis on a larger time frame, and you come down like a sniper. You take your aim, you get your profit, and you close your computer, and you walk away. So on the 5 minute, Grant, the time frame in the 30-minute trader direction, we have a couple of choices. It says time frame here on the inputs. I can either set it to 15 minutes or 45. So I'm going to set it to 15. Hit the button once. That's our analysis complete. How hard is that? Now,
Yeah,
not a particular. There's a lot more to that, but let's look at the last little while. I'm just going to get that up there. Let's look at that. It went green. Yeah, you see how it went up to a target up here, come down and back up to something that happened here. Christine, 50% of that wick, as you can read there, for the advanced people. And now it looks like it might potentially coming down. Yeah, this on the 5 minute time frame. Let's look from there. It changed color. It came down, hit a target from here, hit the target. When you see these targets, it's just best to close the trade. That's why I say close the trade, get your money. Did it go further? Yes, it did. But then you've got a chance of it reversing. Take your money when the market offers you. Yeah, there's zero analysis. I'm going down to the 1 minute time frame. This is not a pair I trade, Alan. Just the only reason I'm looking upon that at these times. So for Grant, for you, this is Eastern Standard Time I'm looking at now. Okay. So on the 1 minute, you can see, look at that there. Red, down, green, up. Red, down, green up. But the settings are wrong, but it still works. For the 1 minute, I'm changing this to the 5 minute time frame. So I'm looking for higher time frames, so it's smaller trades. You see that? So I'm taking the profit, we're using this as a profit into the trade. As soon as it crosses that, we exit, or even higher when it hits a target. Yeah, it's coming down. Yeah, a small trade. Did we win? Yes, it did. A small one. Did it win? Hit the target, exit the trade. Comes down. Did it go down? Yes. Exit there. Probably a small even, break even, or even a small loss if you, to be honest, if you stayed in the trade. This one, these are minutes, remember, these are 1 minute time frames. Up. That one, you'd have made a loss for that there. But you don't trade like this, so you know. Yep. Now I'm going to take it even further. I'm going to go down to the 15-second time frame. Every candle is now worth 15 seconds of time. I can even do it to 1 second if you wish. Right, so let's say it was green. I do nothing until it breaks above that. Would that make sense? Because that's red.
Yeah.
Here we go. In the trade. Man, just watch it. Now, if you did that rather than me show you the list of that, this is live. You see this changing. Place it along, so it would enter there. My stop loss would go below here, or below there, whatever suits you. So if I was to count the seconds, so the 15 seconds is 15, 30, 45, 60 seconds. Yeah, 15, 30, 45, 60 seconds. So that's 2 minutes, 15, 30. 2 minutes and 15 seconds, you can have up 2.54%.
Not too bad.
Zero analysis. Just recognizing the colors, recognizing, and got to be honest, trusting. You have to learn to trust certain factors. And when people come in from other schools they have to get them to unlearn certain things. But this is live. You can see this right now. On the right-hand side, we've got 1 second. Then it went another candle. See that, a new candle. And as long as it stays above this here, now it's just coming down, it looks like it. So you'd make a decision. Do I exit the trade? Do I close? Some people have this thing, I'll go for 1% a day. Some people have a say, I want 2%, 3%. Now, I want you to imagine, now, just let this run. If this comes down to here, that'd be a losing trade. But we could have had 2.54. It's about choices. I'm going to stop. Just say that again, please, Christine.
I said, take it while you can.
Yeah, I'm going to do one other thing to help. I'm just going to change the type of candles. A little sneaky thing you can do. Yeah. So there's a different type of candle you can to help with understand the candles. To help with the confidence of staying in the trade. Now, see how it's went red there and it's going green. So that would definitely help. You could have exited the trade there. You could have re-entered the trade there. So you're exiting all this pullback. It just helps your eyes when if you're panicking. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Go back to normal candles. Now we're still on 15 seconds. Let's take it down a time frame to, I don't know, 5 seconds, Christine, or how many seconds would you like?
I still like the 1 minute, Jeff.
Oh, 1 minute's too slow after you've done on the 15. Okay, let's do a 5 seconds. Every candle's worth 5 seconds of time.
5 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see on the 5 seconds, you would have exited on the high up here. You would have got the lot, Christine. You would have got the lot.
Yep.
And you would exit right there, right at the very top. This is a 5 seconds. Let me just try to drag this down. 5 seconds. It came back down to the entry. You are watching this live. And you could close whatever at any time you wish. So let's go back to Christine's time frame of 1 minute. She likes the 1 minute. This is Christine's home in terms of trading. I'm now going to change the background to 5 minutes and make double check. It is set to 5 minutes. So based on that, we should not be in that buy. This is in a sell mode. But on a 15-second and lower, it was bang. Do you see the difference?
Mhm.
We got the lot with the 15 and 5 seconds. But with the 1 minute, we're not even in the trade yet.
No, I see what you mean. Mm.
And Christine, here's the thing. After watching the 15-second, you never go back to the 1 minute ever again. It's just so
No.
slow, isn't it?
I guess not.
I'm teasing. Just so you know, Christine is new to her program. She normally does I'll just double check with you, Christine, between 3 and 6 winning trades a day. Would that be fair enough, or?
I have been recently, yes.
Yeah, well done. But you've changed back to the technology we're using before, which is this here. Now, trading's a lot more than just what I'm showing you. I'm just going to double click on something else. These things down the bottom, I'll close that there. These are there to support the trade. And you notice there, that there was taking advantage of that 15-second trade. Sorry, not 15 minutes, I apologize. When it was going up. This will come, I'll show you this in a minute. See that these buys? That's what that was taking advantage of. Bang. Go back to the 1 minute. But I'll go back to the 5 minute for Grant. To be fair to him, I apologize, Alan, about jumping about. I just wanted to show different things for different people.
It's okay.
Yeah, so on a 5 minute, we're only in a buy. And Grant's thinking pretty good of himself. He's like, I've got the lot right up to now. Everything is green. Grant, this is your key to this, right? This is your key.
Sorry, I've got a trade going. I'm just checking it.
Okay, which trade is it? Tell me the currency, please.
I've got USD Canada.
Yeah. USD. So this is Alan's in this. Sorry, Grant. What time frame and where's your entry?
I put this on this morning. It's on an hour time frame, and
Go to the
I
hour.
thought it was going to go quicker than it was. So I spent all day keeping an eye on it, but it's slowly coming down where I thought it would go.
Yeah. Now look at this. Based on that, so if we're on the hour, Grant, we go to the daily on this. The daily. Yeah. And that tells me we should not be thinking about selling until it breaks through there. So you're in this little really slow. It's really slow, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Yeah, very slow. And you're like, come on. Everything is green.
I thought it was going to be a nice, quick little trade, but it's dragged out all day.
No, but look at this. This here. Right? What that's done, but okay. That's the high. If people put a stop loss above there, it's reached for the stop losses. That's what it's done. Okay? It's reached for the stop losses above this. So it's taken the liquidity. But next thing, you got to be careful. It might reach up here. It could potentially reach higher to above there. So just be careful of that. I know you don't want to hear that, but potentially it could go there. What we want though is
I'm in profit at the moment, so I'm just going to let it go down. If it looks like it's going to pop back up, I'll get out of it.
Yeah. So let me just check this again. I'm going to change this to a lower time. What time frame are you looking at now?
Who, me?
Are you still looking on the hour time frame?
Yes.
Okay. But if you are thinking of getting out, I'd maybe drop the time frame. It should hit this. It should hit here. And then
that's where I've got my take profit.
Yeah, it should hit there. Yeah. And I would just take it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Christine, for you, the new upgraded volume monitor is in sell mode, but the other one isn't.
Yeah. Yes, I've noticed that today.
Yeah. So we've changed the settings on a few different things. We've added new software to a suite to get earlier entries. We're now just come on, calm down. Come on down. So while we're waiting, Alan's completely new to this. Grant, from your point of view of trading, you've been, I think you said about 18 months.
Yeah.
As a complete beginner who's not even looked at it before, is there anything you could say to him to point in the right direction, or say any words of wisdom, please?
Just learn, to be honest, because I've lost a little bit of money just through stupidity and not knowing what I was doing. So learn the basics and just sort of take baby steps from there, and eventually it all comes together.
Yes.
It sure does. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Christine, there's a hidden FBG there, just there's advanced stuff just there. Is there any words you could offer, Alan, please? He's never looked at a chart before or anything, so until today.
Well, I've been with Jeff for 4 months, and I was absolutely hopeless when I started. I didn't have a clue. I'd been with that IM Academy and etc. And I just couldn't get it. But as soon as I started with Jeff's group, I was on my way, and it didn't take that long. And now I'm getting really good trades and doing pretty well, and aiming towards going with a prop firm, getting funding.
What that means to you, Alan, is you trading with investors' money. That's how good she is. She's just preparing for that.
That's my plan.
Right, okay.
That's only 4 months in with myself. Now,
well done.
Jeff said to me originally, he said, you have to give up a year of your life to get this. And I thought, well, that's what I'm going to do. And I've done it. I've really worked so hard at it.
She has.
And
I think yesterday. Yes, on you goes. On you goes, Christine. Sorry.
Sorry. But if you stick with it and you keep going, you'll get there, and it's so worth it.
Thank you.
Yeah. All I was going to say there, Alan, Grant, was yesterday on a live session with 3 different traders, and they all showed their wins. They used a different strategy. Similar, there are similarities. I showed them different things. And what I say to them is, one of the reasons so many people fail is because, well, first thing is there's lack of education, risk management, and the other thing is trading psychology. And think of, if anybody's here involved in sales, there's different ways to sell something, and not everyone has the same style. So if one trader says this is the way to trade, you only should trade it, and it doesn't suit your psychology, it's of no good to that person. So what I do is I teach with a set of tools, from just candles, with nothing on the chart, just candles, up until a whole bunch of indicators to help people see the trend with either a color. It's a down, it's an up, it's a down, it's a down. Simple as that. Then adding other things using more advanced features. We see, well, look at that, it's definitely an up there. Look at that. It just keeps hitting off this volume tool I've added on there. Whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. It's a whole bunch of things you can add on there. But my favorite, I've got to be honest, is the original 30-minute trader. Just the original 30-minute trader. These are called, think of at home in the UK or Australia. You get a little bike as a kid, or you buy your kids a bike, and if they've never on a bike before, they've got 2 little wheels either side. In the UK, we call them stabilizers. And that's what these red and green things are. You trade from box to box, red to green, back up, back down, and that's all you do. Yeah, red. So green to red. It comes down, you look left, where did it stop? Bang. Our target is here. It hit that target, had a dance around, and then continued Why? Because it reached for liquidity. That's the stop losses I was talking about. It comes back down, turns around, look left. What do we see? Another green box. Goes box. It then goes up. So there. It comes back down. So there's the first box, but I'm potentially expecting to come bounce or break at that point. Because there's some other advanced stuff happening. So the simplicity of this, I love.
Yeah, I do
And-
too.
And the advanced features, this is advanced that gets Greg. I do this in a 5 minute. I see a box, I draw another box. When I see a high or a box, I do this there. I then drop down to a 1 minute time frame. Now watch this. So I'm using a higher. Now watch this. Box to box to box to box, and we're almost back down. Again, what analysis was involved? If you do that, you then apply your indicators after that, and look how they match up. And if you're in that there, you're thinking, well, I think it might continue because we've got this here. So it's all about helping people overcome the fear and following a set of rules. If people can follow rules,
Stick to the structure.
that's it. Right now we have a green box. So that overrides it going lower. That is now with the boss. There's a lot, I can't see that. There's a green box just there. Green means it's going up, red means it's coming down. The software automatically creates that for us. And if it does continue, I've got advanced knowledge to exit there or at this area here. Unless, of course, it continues up. But that's what I'm suggesting right now.
Yeah.
Zero analysis there. I just looked left at what I saw. I had red box, and I looked at this candle. Grant, I hope that's useful for you also.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's arrange a one-to-one, Grant, to help you. So for those people watching at home, whether they're in the 30-minute trader private members in a circle group, or they've got the software, or someone just watching in, I hope this was useful. Theories way.
My phone at the moment with the camera. So I'm using a 30-minute.
Lovely. Yeah, let me
I'm
just
just waiting for that candle to just go to where I want it to go.
show that again, please. Show that again.
Didn't see that.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but I see your candles. Yeah. What does it show? What's it doing? Sorry, Paul. Oh yes, I see it. You've got the background cut. Whoa! Look at that! Look at that. You see the technology. Grant's got the software. So if some people can trade for themselves, green is up, red's down. It's as clear as ace of spades, and it's black. Because he's already a trader, he might not need my mentoring group. I respect that, and I say I don't stop people getting the software; they can still take advantage of it. But it's when people are new or even struggling traders, that's when I recommend they come in for some. It's in a group format. It's really good. And as Christine was a complete beginner, and now she's ready for trading with investors' money, which is really good.
Hey, what I would say that if you try to do it by yourself, which I did, it's just overwhelming. There's too much information. When you think you've learned something, then you find out there's another thing like support and resistance, and you've got all these sort of other tools and that. So if you do it by yourself, it's just too overwhelming. It really is.
Yeah, it's so much better in a group, Grant.
Yeah.
I would say that as well, actually. I did private one-to-one mentoring, and I did group mentoring, and I believe group mentoring is better for because other people are asking questions that you never perhaps considered. I think it's much better. Yeah. Well, I'd like to thank you all for being here.
Thanks, Jeff.
And yeah, Christine, I'll see you later on in
Yes,
a couple hours or whenever it is. Yeah. And Emmy's grant yourself. Let's arrange a one-to-one to talk about the software and things and all the mentoring. And Alan, there is a free course. So I'll make sure you get a 5-day course. There's short videos, 30 minutes.
That's the 30-minute trade you were mentioned earlier.
Yeah. There's 5 30-minute videos.
Is that the one that you did last week, was it?
There was one before that. The one I did last week, it was supposed to be a beginner's one, but everybody on it was already a trader. So it didn't work out as a beginner's course. I do have another one that's easier for absolute beginners. I said, guys, you shouldn't really be here. These are all traders. So I'll send you the easier one. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
And to be fair, it's actually much easier in a group, even if it's... Yeah, it really is.
And we all support each other.
And I've got to be honest, it's the most overwhelming thing you've ever done in your life. So I want to imagine you let's say you've went to work in Tenerife or Bali, wherever, and someone shows you how to do things. You go on a training course for a week, and at the end of it, you've never done anything like that. Like, what's all that about? And there's so much information. It's like, wow, will I ever get this? And then some people come into an office and they just make it. What do they do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are more natural. Christine's biggest problem is the software, not the trading. Which we took her from one piece of software to another. May I be honest, Christine? She fell apart.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
She fell apart changing software. But back to the software she was originally doing, she's a bit of a beast on the charts, to be honest. And in fact, just the last couple of sessions, she's actually been supporting in the live sessions with me, and she's really good. And that's for you, Grant. That's your morning. She's been doing that.
Yeah,
so
it's certainly worth it, Grant.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you very much, everyone. Please reach out. I do hold these once or twice a week. Once a week anyway. In the past it was maybe 2 or even 3 times, but once a week I want to do more of these. Just free open sessions where people can come in. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm on the beach in 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘, next to the 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘 Vacation Club in 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘.
Nice.
Yeah, it's called the Coffee Club. Yeah, and thanks very much, everyone, and I'll have a great day.
Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you, everyone. Nice to meet you too. Thanks for your advice.
Alan, thank you for coming on. Grant, thank you for coming on. Christine, always a pleasure. Bye for now.